For the Skyridge Falcons, they will be in their home white and orange trim, taken down to the court now as they get ready to present their starting five. It'll be number 2, Dane Housley, starting at the guard. Number 5, Ethan Kagan. Number 11, Jordan Kohler, the forward junior, standing at 6'6", gets the start. Number 14, Tate Larson, the senior, with the start. And then number 24, Jackson Mosteller will start. That's the starting five for the home side, Skyridge, as they meet at the center circle. They break the huddle, and we are seconds away from getting things going here at Skyridge High School. It is the Falcons taking on the Lone Peak Knights. And hey, big shout out to both student sections. We got a packed house here.
Great region rivalry here, Alex. Glad to see the student turnout and the energy in the building.
It's loud, it's rowdy, and we are underway as Lone Peak controls the tip and the Knights get us rolling here at Skyridge High School. Out to Kramer. Kramer guarded by Housley, underneath to Chamberlain Burgess, over now to Haskett, puts it up and gets it to go. Lone Peak get us started here.
Quick bucket on the board, a lot of energy coming in.
Haskett gets the first two, and now Larson on the other end for Kohler. Kohler leaves it for Housley. Housley to the rack, puts it up, can't get it to drop. Rebounded by Burgess, and now here comes Chamberlain Burgess for Lone Peak, who plays it up to Staley. Staley, who pulls up, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Skyridge, and now here comes the Falcons over to Larson. Larson, who takes it up and in, can't get it to go, but a foul called, and Tate Larson will head to the line.
Yeah, I love to see the speed and the energy early here, Alex. Both teams trying to take advantage on turnovers, pushing ball down the court with fresh legs. See Larson step up to the free throw line.
Larson, first free throw's up, and it's good.
Basket right behind the Lone Peak student section, trying to throw him off his game.
Larson, second free throw's up, and it's good. 2 for 2 on that trip to the line for Tate Larson, and we got a tie game. Kramer leaves it for Haskett. Batted away by Mosteller, and then that ball goes out of bounds, and now it'll be a turnover for the Knights. Falcons ball, and that Falcons bench over there is loving it.
Yeah, Mosteller leading the team in blocks this season. Big man gets his hand on the ball.
Tate Larson playing it to Kohler. Kohler leaves it for Housley. Housley near the top of the key at the free throw line, thought about it, and then has to kick it out to Kohler. Back now to Housley. Has options, will play it. Looking for Jackson Mosteller, and that ball will go out of bounds now. Turnover for the Falcons. Lone Peak ball.
Kramer taking the ball down the court.
Kramer. Waiting to set the floor here as Kramer has to play it out now to Burgess. Burgess, and a foul called.
Looks like there might have been a miscommunication here on the offense. Someone coming to set a screen for Kramer, never came. Left him on the island there. Let him reset as they inbound here.
It's now the first foul called against Housley as Lone Peak continue to have possession. It's going to be Taylor who plays it to Burgess. Kramer with a three, and he gets it to go. 3-point shot from Kramer is good, and Lone Peak leads at 5-2. Ball on the other end for Kohler. Kohler, who is waiting for support, and he'll now take it against Burgess, and he gets it to go. A deep shot. Deep 2-point shot there from Skyridge as they pull some back. Kramer now. against Housley. Played it out to Haskett for three. Gets it to go.
Great job there by Haskett pulling up for the three.
Housley on the other end plays out to Kohler. Kohler with a three of his own, and off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Ike Staley. Brought in now by Kramer. Kramer brings it up for Lone Peak to Staley. Deep three-point shot, and it's good. Lone Peak lighting it up here from deep early in this one, Nate.
Yeah, they added up quickly. Quick 11 points on the board for the Lone Peak Knights.
Timeout taken on the court. We'll take a quick one here as well on the Rewind Sports Network. The three ball making the difference early here for Lone Peak. They lead it 11-4, 5:12 left to go in the first. And Skyridge brings the ball up looking for a response and looking to cut into that Lone Peak lead. It is Kohler who plays it to Gagan. Leaves it for Housley. Housley now to Kohler. Guarded by Kramer. Turns, puts it up, can't get it to drop. Rebounded by Skyridge. Gagan can't bring in the handle, and it's given away. Lone Peak now with Taylor. Jackson Taylor for Burgess for a three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Housley. Skyridge now coming the other way as Housley loses the handle. A foul called.
Looks like the foul's going to go on Kramer, his first.
Second team foul for the Lone Peak Knights as the ball back in play. Tate Larson near the top of the key against Haskett. Kicks it back out to Gagan. Gagan looking for Larson. Nicely done by Larson to make sure that one stays with Skyridge. And now here comes Gentry, who leaves it for Larson. Kohler, swatted away by Burgess. And Lone Peak doing a fantastic job to force a turnover.
Yeah, Burgess in there making plays, making life hard on Kohler. Where the Falcons are trying to run the offense through.
Kramer now brings it up for Lone Peak. At the logo, guarded by Housley. 4 minutes left to go here in the first. Kramer, foul called.
Able to draw contact on Housley.
It's Housley's second. Fontaine checks in. And now Jackson Taylor to Haskett. Layup off the rim, no good. Rebounded by by Skyridge. As Tate Larson will now bring it up for the Falcons.
Yeah, like the heads up play to Haskett. Just ball not able to fall in basket.
Kohler against Burgess. That's going to be a fun matchup tonight. Kohler going against Chamberlain Burgess, who pulls up and he gets it to go. There you go, Kohler. 11-6, Lone Peak lead it. Kramer on the other end. Driving into the lane, batted away by Kohler, who saves it, and then off the foot of Chamberlain. And the Falcons bench absolutely love it.
Yeah, great work there as Kohler is able to find Burgess' big red shoe to bounce that ball off of, go out of bounds.
Another turnover here as Skyridge will maintain possession. Kohler leaves it for Gentry. Now it's Larson over on the wing, underneath to Kohler. Guarded by Haskett. Turns, spins, tries to put it up, and blocked by Chamberlain Burgess.
Yeah, great job by Burgess, able to come over and help out as Kohler was trying to make his moves in the paint.
Skyridge here just retaining possession. Larson will play it in. Over the corner for Fontaine. It's now Gagan. Back to Fontaine. Over now to Larson on the wing. Underneath Kohler and Lone Peak get tangled up for the ball. Jump ball called. And it'll stay Skyridge possession.
Skyridge possession, 20 seconds back on the shot clock. 2 minutes, 57 seconds left in the first quarter.
Officials now having a conversation prior to make sure everything's right. And now
double checking again with the officials.
Yeah.
It did feel like a quick call there for a jump ball.
It might be an issue with the clock as
some clarification there. Since Skyridge was on offense, they are not going to reset the shot clock. Only 6 seconds left since the offense maintained possession as the position arrow changes. Need a quick basket here.
Blocked away by Staley. Kohler recovers for Skyridge. 4-3 in the corner, no good. Rebounded by Burgess, and that ball will come off of Lone Peak. It'll remain Skyridge possession, and now with the fresh shot clock. And now Gagan plays it in to Tate Larson. Larson playing it out now to Fontaine. Fontaine back into Larson out near the top of the key, underneath to Kohler. Kohler puts it up and one.
And one play there for Kohler. Haskett, nothing he could do there. Kohler's big shoulders just pushing him through, getting to the line.
Jordan Kohler has been fantastic here in the first quarter for Skyridge. And now he'll have a chance at the line for a three-point play after the foul against Haskett. Free throws up, and free throw is good. A needed three-point play here for Skyridge as it's now a two-point game. 11-9, Lone Peak leads it. Substitutions for the Knights.
Yeah, cuts the lead down to 2 for the Knights. Kramer goes to the bench, Kohler goes to the bench, and Burgess follows them. Both taking a rest at the same time here.
Jackson Taylor to Kramer. Kramer near the top of the key, guarded by Gagan. Plays it out to Belcher, who just checked in. Kramer. Gagan gets a hand in there, and then a foul called.
Gagan aggressively going for the ball there. Just comes up with a foul this time.
First foul called against Gagan, and he'll head to the bench for a breather following the foul. 11-9, 2:14 left to go here in the first. Lone Peak playing it into Kramer near the logo. Belcher sets a screen. Kramer out now on the wing to Mitchell. Mitchell lobs one through, looking in the direction of Cogswell. And now ball coming the other way as it's given away by Lone Peak. Larson is called for the travel. He just loses the handle a little bit there, Nate.
Yeah, excited. Start making a play. Loses control. So he'll take a breather as Housley returns to the court.
Kramer brings it up for Lone Peak. Cogswell leaves it back for Kramer. Kramer thought about the three, will now take it in. Playing it back out to Ty Cogswell. Cogswell drives. Jackson Taylor out to Mitchell near the top of the key. Playing it back to Kramer. Nice passing here for Lone Peak. Back now to Cogswell. Cogswell underneath Mitchell. Puts it up and gets it to go. Lone Peak extend the lead. It's now Fontaine on the other end. Gentry plays it for Ducker. And it's now Gentry again. Back to James Ducker. Fontaine to Housley to Ducker. Nice passing here for Skyridge. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Housley taking it in, spinning, turning, puts it up. Nice defensive effort from Kramer off the rim, no good. And now Lone Peak as Belcher will go down. I believe that one it goes against Gentry. And so it'll be Lone Peak ball. First foul called against Gentry. Fourth team foul for the Skyridge Falcons. 50 seconds left here in the first. 13-9, a close, nicely contested game between these two sides. Kramer Lobs it over to Mitchell. Can't connect. It'll go out of bounds and out. Turnover, Lone Peak.
Yeah, just excited offense here, just trying to make something happen. Got to keep it under control.
Been a fun first quarter so far. We got 40 seconds left. Still an opportunity for more action, as on the other end it's Davis Frias who puts it up, and he gets it to go.
Sophomore able to cut the lead to 2 again.
20 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Here come the Lone Peak Knights. Mitchell. Enoch Mitchell leaves it for Kramer. At the logo. Thompson Kramer. 8 seconds left. Kramer driving. And that ball comes off of Davis Faines. And so that ball will go out of bounds and out. 3.7 left on the clock before the end of the first.
Lone Peak looking to take the last shot of the quarter.
Fynes heads back to the bench for a breather as we have a more defensive set in for Skyridge. Kramer against Gagan. Kramer puts it up off the rim. No good. Brought in by Kohler, and that'll do it for the first. We've reached the end of the first. It is Lone Peak who leads it by 2, 13-11. And Nate, talk to me, man. What do you see from both sides in that first quarter?
Some pretty heated 6A basketball so far. Definitely opportunities for both coaches to try to get the teams to clean things up. But loving the effort. Saw a lot of shot making early on. Started kind of slowing down. Hope to see more in the second quarter.
If that first quarter is any indication of how this one's going to go, we're in for a fun one. Make sure to stick with us here on the Rewind Sports Network when we come back for more. Welcome back into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. I'm Alex Napolis, happy to be joined tonight by Nate Carter. And Nate, talk to me, man. What have you seen? One guy that's really impressed me so far in this first is number 11, Jordan Kohler. What have you seen from the junior for Skyridge so far in this one?
Yeah, Kohler, even with the 6'7" Burgess in his face, still able to make room and get his shots up. Nice touch. Been able to put up the floaters and still, I guess, keep this game close for the Falcons.
13-11 as we start the second quarter. It'll be Lone Peak to get us started off. Here on the near side, Fotheringham plays it into Thompson Kramer as Kramer brings it up. Lone Peak in the black, Skyridge in the white. And now Ike Staley for Lone Peak, taking it to the rack. Turns, spins, has to play it out. Burgess almost loses it. Burgess brings it in, and then we have a foul called against Jackson Mosteller. It'll be Mosteller's first of the night. Thompson Kramer for Lone Peak. Kramer at the top of the key, leaves it for Burgess. Chamberlain Burgess, spinning, turning, puts it up, and yes, gets it to go. Ball coming out the other way. Housley spins, layup, and can't get it to roll in. And now rebounded by Lone Peak. Ball coming the other way. Thompson Kramer for Lone Peak. Leaves it for Staley. Staley for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound by the Lone Peak as they keep it. Cogswell kicks out to Kramer. Kramer now drives out to Fotheringham. Underneath, Kramer puts it up and can't get it to go, but a foul called.
Foul
It'll come the other way.
The offense. Bucket does not count there.
Kramer can't believe it. He thought it was for him. And now Housley can bring it up for Skyridge. Still a close one, 15-11. Tate Larson in the corner, up the baseline. What a block by Burgess! Oh, Chamberlain Burgess, how about that?
Yeah, sorry, there's a miscommunication from the Knights. So we saw Housley sneak out in the back. Larson sneak out in the back. Drive the hole against Burgess, 6'7", meeting at the rim. Does not end well for the point guard.
Chamberlain Burgess coming up huge for Lone Peak. Denies Tay Larson keeps this one at 15-11 for Lone Peak. And we have some conversations again with the officials. Head coaches Robert Ross and Jeff Gardner not happy with
trying to clarify who the previous foul was on, if it was Kramer or Fotheringham for the Knights. Lone Peak trying very hard to keep Kramer out of foul trouble so that he can stay on the court.
And first downs, we wish to recognize a Skyridge alumni, our Falcon faculty family.
Still conversations happening.
The man in gray, Mark Clinton.
Yeah, getting Kramer in foul trouble early would be.
And it looks like it will stay on Kramer.
Coach Gardner not happy with that result as Kramer starts bringing the ball up the court.
Kramer out now to Haskett. Haskett to Burgess. Burgess against Kohler. 3 for Staley. No good as we have a foul called. This one against Haskett. Ike Staley hits, but it will not count as Haskett will now be called for his third of the night. Skyridge ball as Tay Larson brings it up. 6:30 left to go. Housley steps back, goes behind the 3 underneath to Kohler. Kohler guarded by Kramer. Kohler puts it up off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Chamberlain. Chamberlain now pushes it up. Kramer for Lone Peak. Back to Burgess. Burgess for 3. Off the rim, no good. Brought down by Housley. Skyridge now coming the other way. Housley out to Kohler. Kohler for 3 in the corner. Can't get it to go. Second chance opportunity as Larson for 3. No good, and that one will come off of Skyridge. It'll be Lone Peak ball.
Messy transition there. Shot's not able to fall here, Alex. So we see Kramer get a chance to slow things down and bring the ball up the court.
It seems like both sides are getting good looks, but unfortunately just not falling at the moment, Nate. Ball on the other end. It's now Fotheringham. Fotheringham lobs one through to Chamberlain. Burgess. Triple team there. Burgess is able to escape. Taylor for 3 off the back iron. No good. And now Burgess trying to put it back up. Can't get it to go.
Tough position under the basket. Not able to get the ball up.
There are force fields around the baskets at the moment. Neither team able to get it to drop. And now Housley for Skyridge. Larson to Kohler. Kohler will be called for a travel.
Kohler with the stutter step before he started his dribble.
5:10 left to go here in the second quarter. 15-11. Lone Peak leads it. It's a close one between the Falcons and the Knights. Again, the Knights currently sitting in third in region play. Skyridge in fourth. A big game for both sides as they look to keep momentum towards the top of region. Lone Peak right now has the edge with the lead. Burgess underneath. Burgess over to Fotheringham. Back to Chamberlain. Burgess. Near the top of the key. Burgess guarded by Gentry, and then back out to Taylor. Ike Staley for 3 off the rim, no good. And then it looks like Mosteller and Burgess get tangled up, and it'll go against Mosteller.
Timeout here by the Lone Peak Knights, trying to reconcentrate their offense. So we have Lone Peaks leading the Skyridge Falcons 15-11.
We'll keep it here on this timeout. Nate, talk to us about what you're seeing from both sides defensively. Now, early it seemed like both teams were getting good shots, good looks, and now both teams struggling. Is it more defense for both sides?
Yeah, I think we've seen them adapt after the first quarter on what they came out doing. Just kind of that next chess move that you want to make now that the defense is reacting to what you opened with. Seen some good looks also, but just the ball's not falling in the hoop right now, Alex. Keeping this one close. Any team gets hot, they could take a commanding lead.
15-11, Lone Peak leads at 4:38 after the timeout. Here left to go in the second. It'll be Lone Peak on the baseline. Jackson Taylor out there to inbound. Taylor looking, scanning, lobs one through to Burgess. Burgess brings it down. Chamberlain Burgess leaves it for Kramer for a deep three. Off the rim, no good. It rimmed in and out, and now Staley will step out of bounds. Turnover for the Knights. Skyridge ball.
Ian Mitchell checks in for the Knights.
Yeah, Skyridge defense making life hard for Kramer. Not getting the same looks he saw earlier in the game.
Tay Larson brings it up for Skyridge. Leaves it for Housley. Housley taking it in, driving into the lane to Kohler. Kohler, reverse layup, can't get it to drop. Burgess with the rebound, and now here come the Knights. Chamberlain Burgess near the top of the key for Staley. Ike Staley turns, spins, jumper, yes. Lone Peak get the basket and extend the lead, 17-11. Ball coming the other way, Housley. Housley out to Gentry for three, yes sir! Oh, Gentry hitting it from deep.
Yeah, Lone Peak leave a Falcon open, and he makes him pay.
17-14, Kramer to the rack, puts it up and in.
Strike for strike right now.
On the other end, Housley puts it up, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Burgess. Burgess who just pushes it up. Here comes Jackson Taylor. Taylor, and a foul called as Taylor gets called for the offensive foul. Turnover for the Knights. Skyridge ball. 19-14, 3:20 left to go here in the second. First foul called against Jackson Taylor. Now on the other end, Kohler underneath. Slides it to Larson for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Enoch Mitchell, who's fouled.
Gonna be a foul on Gagnon.
That's his second of the night, and it'll be the third team foul against the Skyridge Falcons. So now Kramer and the Lone Peak Knights looking to push it up. Guarded by Gagnon, out to Mitchell. Mitchell for Jackson Taylor. Staley back to Mitchell. Burgess now, 20 left on the shot clock. Switched over to Mitchell. Mitchell on the baseline. Plays it back out to Kramer. Kramer now in the corner for Mitchell. Burgess underneath. Staley for three. Off the back rim, no good. And brought in by Kohler. Housley will now push it up for Skyridge. Dane Housley taking it up. Layup, no good. Rebounded by Staley. Kramer now coming the other way. Thompson Kramer for Mitchell on the wing, back to Burgess. Burgess to Staley underneath. Staley puts it up and in.
Great move by Staley. Plopping out and then slicing right to the basket.
Nice vision there for the Knights. Staley gets two, and now Kohler on the other end for Skyridge. Underneath to Gentry, who lays it up and one. Foul called as Gentry puts it up and in, and Skyridge here have a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, after Staley was able to cut behind his defender, the guy he was defending did the same thing to him and gets to the line. And one attempt here to cut the lead down to 4.
First free throw's up, first free throw is good. And it's 17-21. Lone Peak leads it. 2 minutes left to go here in the second. Burgess Plays it to Kramer, and now Lone Peak bring it up. It's Thompson Kramer who plays it to Mitchell. Mitchell now to Jackson Taylor. To Cogswell. Cogswell back to Mitchell. Near the top of the key. Out to the wing now for Burgess, who will try for three. Can't get it to go as it hits the rim and rebounded by Kohler.
Yeah, a lot of time on the shot clock for Burgess to be pulling up from that deep.
Kohler leaves it for Larson. Guarded by Jackson Taylor. It's now Gagan. To Larson for three. No good. Rebounded by Kohler. Kohler trying to put it back and can't. But a foul called.
Jump ball coming on there.
Jordan Kohler again doing a good job at the rim, collecting the rebounds, cleaning the glass. And it'll stay Skyridge ball. 19 seconds on the shot clock. 1:23 left to go here in the second. Larson plays it into Housley. Guarded by Burgess. Housley brings it out as he tries to get set. Kohler against Kramer. Kohler, pull, step back jumper. No good as it hits the rim and rebounded by Mitchell. Now here comes Kramer. Mitchell. Back to Kramer. Thought about the three. Gagan out to the corner for Mitchell. Burgess. Burgess double teamed and he's down and the ball given away. Here comes the Falcons. Larson taking it to the rack, puts it up, can't get it to go, and a foul called.
That's a second for Taylor as he will send Larson to the line again.
The Lone Peak faithful who traveled here, not happy with that call. But nonetheless, Tay Larson heads to the line to try to cut into this lead and make it a 2-point game. Larson, first free throw is up. First free throw is good. Substitution as Gentry checks back in. Tay Larson, second free throw is up and good. 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. And once again, it's a 2-point game.
Yeah, Skyridge coming back in with striking distance again. 45 seconds left in the half. Skyridge hoping to at least tie it up or take the lead before they head into the locker room.
Mitchell. Kramer to Cogswell. Dumps it off to Burgess. Mitchell on the wing to Burgess. Back to Mitchell for three. Off the rim, no good. And it'll be a foul called. It'll go against Ty Cogswell. A turnover for the Knights, and now here's the chance that Skyridge has been looking for. It's the 15th foul, so they'll head to the stripe.
Yeah. All right, it's Coach Ross not happy. Skyridge is going to the free throw line. 23 seconds left in the half.
Gentry at the line. First free throw's up. First free throw is good. And now here it is, the free throw to tie things up before the break. 23 seconds left. Gentry at the line. The sophomore.
It's like we have a lot of shooters on the floor for the Falcons right now to try to close this out.
Gets it to go, although a little help from the rim there. 21-21. 21 seconds left. Kramer for Lone Peak. 15 left on the clock. Cogswell to Kramer. Kramer turns, spins, puts it up, can't get it to go. Here comes Skyridge with 5 seconds left. 4, 3. Fontaine can't bring it in and gets the shot up, but it doesn't go. Oh, what a sequence!
Great job there by Fontaine. The senior able to guard Kramer on that last possession, forces a bad shot, and ends the half tied up.
What a fun sequence we had there to end the game, Nate. We're tied at 21 as we head to the break. Talk to us, man. What do both teams got to do to maybe take the edge and start breaking away?
Yeah, both teams have had moments that were very successful. Obviously, their game plan, either working through Kramer or through the Falcons working their way through Kohler. Definitely need to clean up a couple things here, and I think it's the team that plays the cleaner game will come away with the second half.
21-21 as we head to the break. Make sure to stick with us here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, presented by Heidemann & Associates for second half action. Welcome back into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, presented by Heidemann & Associates. I'm Alex Napolis. Happy to be joined tonight by Nate Carter. Nate, give us a little recap of what you saw in that first half between these two sides as we're tied 21.
Tied 21-21. Both sides had momentum at times. Falcons clawed back to tie it up at the halftime. We see Kramer and Kohler, as we expected, leading the offenses on both teams. We'll see which head coach Robert Ross and head coach Jeff Gardner have cooked up to take advantage in the second half.
We're in for a fun one. Again, tied up 21 as we head to the third quarter here between the Lone Peak Knights and the Skyridge Falcons. I've been very impressed with Kohler, Jordan Kohler, number 11. But besides that, it seems like Lone Peak has done a really good job on the boards, getting those rebounds, bringing the ball down, and making sure that they start with the ball and clean those boards.
Yeah, they've done a good job cleaning up the boards. We'll see. Looks like we are cleaning up a little bit of confetti on the court from honoring the cheerleaders' senior night.
It's senior night, and we're underway again as Lone Peak get us started here in the third. It's Haskell who plays it underneath to Burgess. Burgess looking to spin on Kohler. Burgess puts it up, can't get it going. Kohler brings it down. Rebounded by Kohler, and now Housley will bring it up for Skyridge. As Dane Housley against Kramer leaves it for Tate Larson. Larson back to Kohler. Kohler near the top of the key for Housley. Nice move there to the basket, blocked away by Lone Peak. It'll be Skyridge ball.
Burgess coming over the top of the big swat there. We see late sub here for Lone Peak as Staley adjusts his knee brace again.
Enoch Mitchell checks back in. Larson lobs one over to Kohler. Kohler brings it down against Kramer. Spinning, turning, lays it up, and gets it a drop. Skyridge take their first lead of the night. 23-21, 7:15. Kramer.
Another miscommunication by the Lone Peak offense.
Jackson Taylor on the wing. Back to Kramer in the corner against Gagan. Kramer swatted away by Kohler. That one goes out of bounds. It'll remain a Lone Peak ball, but what a move there from Kohler to just bat that one away.
Yeah, Kramer trying to thread a needle to hit Burgess down low. 8 seconds left on the shot clock as we get Staley checking back into the game. Looks like his knee brace is securely fastened this time.
Jackson Taylor on the baseline, scanning, looking, and we'll have a violation. Oh no, a foul called against Gentry. I didn't happen to catch what happened there, Nate.
No, just a quick off-ball foul. Just players trying to be physical, getting a little too rough, and the ref noticed.
Ball given away by Lone Peak. Coming the other way, it is now Tate Larson for Skyridge. To Kohler near the top of the key, leaves it for Housley, back out to Kohler. Kohler who will take it in, step back jumper, off the rim, no good, and brought down by Lone Peak. Ball coming the other way as the Knights leave it for Staley, who's going to be called for a travel.
Seeing Kohler early in the game with a couple fadeaway shots, maybe looking to get more set for a higher percentage field goal attempt.
Gentry plays it in. Housley brings it up for Skyridge. Gentry, Larson all by himself will go for three. Gets it to go.
Skyridge taking advantage of Lone Peak, sneaking behind where Lone Peak is setting up on defense a couple times now.
Tay Larson doing a fantastic job of knocking down the three. Skyridge leads it. Kramer in the corner. Kramer floats one up, can't get it to go, and the Lone Peak Knights still looking for their first points of the second half. No good on that one. Turnover for the Knights. Skyridge ball. Housley will bring it up for Skyridge. 26-21, 5:45 left to go in the third. Kohler for Housley, near the top of the key to Larson, 4-3, gets it to go!
Back-to-back 3-point shots for Larson, heating up, and Lone Peak calls a timeout.
Timeout taken, head coach Robert Ross needs to talk about what just happened. Skyridge from beyond the arc, lining it up. Tate Larson, back-to-back threes. We'll take a quick one here on the Rewind Sports Network. The student section here at Skyridge High School has come alive as they take a 29-21 lead over the Lone Peak Knights. And now Lone Peak student section trying to come back with a chant of their own. Oh, it's a fun one in here, Nate. Kramer to the basket, gets it to go, and pulls it back for Lone Peak.
Dueling point guards, dueling fan sections, really heating up in the second half.
Gentry, back to Gagan. Gagan leaves it for Housley. Back to Ethan Gagan. Kohler against Burgess. Gentry, 4-3. Yes, sir! Skyridge can now not miss from beyond the arc. That's three back-to-back threes.
Hot run here. Kramer looking for an answer for these Lone Peak Knights. Try to get them going.
Haskett for three. No good as it hits the back iron, comes out. Rebounded by Taylor, who puts it up. Can't get it to go. And a foul called.
Going against the Falcons. Giving Lone Peak another chance with the ball at the baseline.
Lobbed in by Jackson Taylor, who finds Chamberlain Burgess. Staley lays it up, yes, gets it to go, and Lone Peak responds and pulls them back. Housley. Housley, screen set by Kohler. Kramer's able to get out of there as now he's guarding Housley. Tate Larson against Haskett. Out to Kohler. Kohler will try for three, and he gets it to go. That's four.
4 threes here early for Skyridge in the third quarter.
And the student section makes their presence known. Kramer to Staley underneath with the dunk, and he pulls them back for Lone Peak. 35-27. Housley puts it up, can't get it to go. Kohler gets tangled up, and a foul called. This one will go against number 30, Jackson Taylor. It is the second Lone Peak team foul of the quarter. Jackson Taylor's third of the night, and so now we'll have Kohler at the line for some free throws. First one is up, and first one is good by Jordan Kohler.
Mitchell coming in for Staley again, who had a couple backdoor cuts.
Second free throw for Kohler is good. And he goes 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. And all of a sudden, it's a 10-point game, 37-27. Skyridge with a lead. Kramer to Haskett. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell to Haskett. Haskett guarded by Gentry to Kramer. 15 left on the shot clock. Mitchell to Burgess, who will try 4-3, and he gets it to go.
Burgess starting to get it going.
7-point Skyridge lead. 3:13 left to go in the third. Kohler to Housley. Housley, who will try it and gets it to go.
Skyridge doing a great job trying to attack at Kramer, knowing he's got a foul early on him, trying to keep him in foul trouble.
39-30, Mitchell for Lone Peak. Jackson Taylor for three, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Kohler, and now ball coming the other way for Skyridge. Housley. Housley and the Falcons here looking to slow things down a bit, taking their time. Larson back to Housley. Housley for Gagan. Gagan back to Housley. Housley near the top of the key. Kohler sets a screen and a foul called against Kohler.
Kohler give him a little bit of a shoulder check, trying to make sure he gets a piece of Kramer coming around the screen.
And substitutions coming up for both sides as Jackson Taylor heads to the bench for a breather. On the other end, Gentry and Housley check out. Kramer now brings it up for the Lone Peak Knights. Kramer drives in the lane, puts it up and in.
Burgess, taking Kohler to the corner, able to open up the lane for Kramer, and he gets right to the hoop.
2 minutes left to go in the third. Tate Larson finds Kohler. Kohler now with the ball for Skyridge. Over to underneath to Kohler.
Burgess needs the help.
Tries to put it up. Huge block from Burgess. Still Kohler. And now we tangle up for the ball. Timeout taken by the Falcons as...
heads up play by Ross as Kohler was in trouble. Able to call the timeout to keep possession there for the home team.
And a quick timeout taken on the court. We'll take one as well here on the Rewind Sports Network. It's been a fun one here tonight at Skyridge High School. 39-32. The Falcons lead it. 1:44 left to go in the third. It is loud in here, Nate. I love it. Just listening to the student sections, feeling the energy in here. This is rivalry night here at Skyridge.
Yeah, fun. Tight cinder block building, not the largest gymnasium in the state, and you can really feel the noise bouncing back and forth.
On the baseline to play it in is the sophomore Davis Fayens, who plays it in. Gentry now on the ball for Skyridge. Gagan who puts it up and gets it to go, beating the shot clock. 2 seconds left as Skyridge extend the lead.
Gagan been playing tough defense tonight, able to make it work on the offensive end for him as well.
Haskett to Kramer on the wing against Gagan. Kramer taking it to the rack and a block and a foul.
Looks like he got him with the body while he's going up. Got a piece of the ball. A little extra contact, putting Kramer at the line. It's now Falcons with a 9-point lead. And Kramer an opportunity to chip away.
Kramer first free throws up and it's no good as it hits back iron and comes back out. Substitution for Skyridge as Housley checks back in. Second free throw for Thompson. Kramer coming up. Free throws up and free throw is good. Goes 1 for 2 on that trip to the line and cuts into this Skyridge lead 41-33. Housley to Gentry. Leaves it for Larson. Larson to Housley. Housley for Gagan. Nice passing here for the Skyridge Falcons. Underneath, looking for Housley. Can't connect. And it'll be a turnover for the Falcons.
It's about a step early to be able to connect on that pass on the baseline cut there. From Kohler to Larson.
Substitutions again for both sides as we got a minute left. Thompson Kramer brings it up for Lone Peak. Kramer near the top of the key, guarded by Housley. Kramer looking to take it into the lane and now out to Fotheringham to Mitchell. Mitchell on the wing, guarded by Fontaine. To Haskett. Haskett to Fotheringham. Top of the key now to Burgess. Burgess turns, spins, puts it up, and can't get it to go, and a foul called.
Yeah, had a hand wrapped around his head there, driving to the hole. Call the foul on the ground, putting him at the line. Well, yeah, 5 foul. We're in the bonus now.
15 foul called there on Skyridge, and so now Chamberlain Burgess. First free throw is up. First free throw is good. Lone Peak using the free throw line to cut into this lead. Second free throw coming up for Burgess. 37 seconds left to go here in the third. Substitutions for both sides as Fontaine heads back to the bench for Skyridge. Second free throw is good. 2 for 2 on that trip to the line, and it's 41-35. Skyridge lead.
Yeah, expect to see Skyridge trying to use up as much clock here, try to get the last possession.
2 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. It's now Housley to Gentry. Larson. Housley against Mitchell. Mitchell with the pressure and pokes it away. Gentry with a turnover. Lone Peak ball.
Housley's had a lot of success driving to the rim. Mitchell was just able to cut off his dominant hand and get him out of bounds.
Lone Peak get the ball back with 14.5 left on the clock. Substitutions. Lone Peak making those offensive substitutions. Fontaine checks back in for Skyridge for a defensive set. And now here comes Lone Peak with Kramer near the top of the key for Staley. Staley with a deep three off the back iron. No good. Rebounded by Housley. 1 second left. He'll heave it up, and that'll do it. We've reached the end of the third, and Skyridge leads at 41-35. Nate, what did the Falcons do differently in that third quarter that made them so good at finding those looks from beyond the arc to take this 41-35 lead?
Yeah, we saw a lot more movement on offense, trying to find that open man, getting open looks, taking advantage anytime Lone Peak made a mistake on defense. Yeah, great job there by the Falcons in the third quarter.
Hey, don't go anywhere. We got one more quarter left of Region 3 basketball here on the Rewind Sports Network. We're going to take a quick step away. Stick with us for fourth quarter action when we return. Welcome back into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, presented by Heidemann Associates. I'm Alex Napolis here with Nate Carter. We got fourth quarter action, Region 3 basketball. It's a close one, 41-35. Skyridge bring it up. Nice pass underneath. Larson puts it up and in.
Larson able to cut back door on his defender. Easy trip to the hoop.
Kramer on the other end for Lone Peak. Near the top of the key. Plays it out to Fotheringham. Staley looking to turn. Has to kick it out to Haskett. Haskett now back to the top of the key. Kramer on the wing. Kramer with a deep three. Gets it to go!
Kramer makes a play there. Cuts the lead down to 5.
43-38, 7-11 left to go. Kohler, Housley, Larson, 4-3, but no good as a foul was called and it's going the other way. Lone Peak get it back.
Coach Gardner not happy about Kohler getting called for the moving screen on the play. This would be Lone Peak's ball. 5-point game. Kramer coming down.
Foul called against Kohler, his second of the night. Burgess against Kohler. Chamberlain Burgess plays it out. Kramer against Gagan. Kramer looking to take it up. Underneath to Chamberlain, who dunks! Oh, how about that from Chamberlain Burgess? 3-point game, a three, and it's good for Larson.
Just a back and forth duel tonight. Kohler knocks down an open three in transition.
Chamberlain now on the other end for Lone Peak, looking for a response. They need a basket, and they need a big one. Poked away by Gagan. He has a lane to the basket. Gagan takes it up. He'll wait for support. Housley now comes in.
Gagan saw 6'7" Burgess at the rim and just held up, ready to set up the offense. I don't blame him at all.
Housley to Larson. Larson back out to Kohler. 4-3. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Lone Peak. Oh, that would have been the roof on this place would have absolutely blown off had that gone in. The student section was ready, and unfortunately for Kohler, just couldn't get it to go. Kramer on the other end now.
Lone Peak Knights might be having a hard time hearing Coach Ross call the plays from the sideline.
Fotheringham to Staley, and a foul call. Turnover for the Knights. Skyridge ball.
Moving screens being called on both sides of the floor. Burgess and Kramer gonna sit out and take a breather before they make a push to end this ball game.
Housley brings it up for Skyridge. Housley taking it up and almost loses the handle, is able to get it back out to Kohler. Kohler who will leave it for Larson. Larson to Gentry. Gentry who will leave it for Gagan. Gagan now out to Housley, to Larson. Nice perimeter passing here for Skyridge. Kohler underneath, reverse layup. It's good. Timeout taken. 48-40. Skyridge leads it. 5:06 left to go here in the fourth. Nate, you got to talk to me about that, about Jordan Kohler, who has been absolutely fantastic tonight for Skyridge.
Yeah, just a machine on both sides. You see him leading the team in points and rebounds. Is a force down low and is just able to make plays. He's been knocking down shots from outside.
Another person who has come up huge for the Falcons. 3 back-to-back threes, has one here in the fourth. Tate Larson. Talk to me about Tate and what he's done for this Skyridge team.
Yeah, he's been playing scrappy. Been making a lot of cuts backdoor, losing his defender. Skyridge has been able to look for that. Something he's been doing all season. He's been able to take advantage of sleeping defenses.
It's been a fun one here tonight at Skyridge High School. We got 5:45 left to go here in the fourth. It is a 48-40 Skyridge lead. Everything to play for here for both sides. Senior night for Skyridge. They want to win this one. Lone Peak want to continue putting pressure at the top of Region 3. They need to win this one. We'll see who's able to pull it out with 5:06 left to go in the fourth. Lone Peak inbounds on the baseline. Mitchell plays it into Kramer. Now Kramer brings it up for the Knights.
Yeah, Kramer and Burgess sub back in. Expect to see him play the last 5 minutes of this close game.
Mitchell near the top of the key. Out to Burgess. Burgess looking to get around Kohler. Back to Enoch Mitchell. Mitchell at the free throw line. Staley for 3 and off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Kohler, and now it's coming the other way. Housley will slowly bring it up for Skyridge.
Yeah, killing clock is in the best interest of the Falcons. As Housley finds Kohler under the basket.
What a pass and what a shot from Kohler. Another 2 on the board for Skyridge. 10-point game. Mitchell pulls up, can't get a go. Gentry pulls it down, and now here comes Housley. Housley on the other end for Skyridge. On the wing, he'll now bring it out, and he'll again slow things down for Skyridge.
Yeah, Lone Peak defense trying to force Housley to go to his left. He's able to pass it off to Larson, to Kohler.
Larson to Kohler at the top of the key. Leaves it for Housley. Housley spins. Back out to Gagan. Gagan to Housley. 6 left on the shot clock. Pulls up and can't get it to go. Rebounded by Staley. Here come the Knights coming the other way. Kramer with the fast pass to Mitchell, who gets it up and one.
Block there on the play. We're counting the basket and sending Mitchell, the junior, to the free throw line. Try to cut this lead to 7.
The Knights needed that one, and they needed that in a big way as Enoch Mitchell puts it up, gets the foul, and now he'll have a chance at a 3-point play. Mitchell at the free throw line is up and is good. 43 to 50, and a timeout taken by the Falcons, by the Knights, and we'll take one as well here on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back into Skyridge High School. I'm Alex Napolis, Nate Carter here alongside with me. We got 3:33 left to go in the fourth. Skyridge leads it 50 to 43. The Lone Peak Knights, they need to get the ball back here and try to get something going. Larson to Housley, who again will just slow things down at the logo. Playing it out to Gagan. Underneath to Kohler. Kohler puts it up. Burgess with a big block, and now here come the Knights.
Burgess bringing the ball down the court.
Burgess for three. Off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Skyridge. And again, Housley just slowing things down for Skyridge. Ball now to Larson. Larson to Gagan. Gagan to Gentry. Gentry plays it back to Housley. 13 left on the shot clock. Housley against Kramer. Spins, turns underneath to Kohler. Kohler puts it up. And nice defensive effort from Burgess. Still Kohler. Can't get it to go. Gentry keeps it in. Stolen by the Knights. And now here comes Lone Peak. Jackson numbers. Taylor to Haskett, 4-3, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Gagan, and now Housley again just slowing things down for Skyridge.
A lot of time left on the clock for Lone Peak. We've seen a lot of rush three-pointers in these last two possessions. Still time to work an offense in.
Gentry to Housley. Housley out now to Gagan. Gagan plays it back to Gentry near the top of the key. To Housley, taking it to the rack, layup, yes, and one. Lone Peak had not one, not two, but three opportunities from beyond the arc down here to try to get back into this one. Couldn't get it to go, and then Dane Housley now has a chance at a three-point play here on the other end.
Yeah, it looks like they abandoned the offense a little quickly in the game. Still time to play out here as we have still just a 9-point game.
Couldn't get the free throw to go, and now Staley for three. He gets it to go. Ike Staley for three. Gentry, Gagan, and a foul called.
Taylor calls for the foul there. The third team foul.
Timeout taken by Lone Peak. 1:28 left to go, and we'll take one as well here on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back into Skyridge High School. It is 52 to 46. Skyridge leads it with less than a minute and a half left to go. Nate, talk to us about this offense that has been Skyridge in this second half. What have you seen from them? What have you liked?
Yeah, they've done a great job. Kohler's working it down the paint, made a couple deep shots. Larson's been sneaking around. And then to kind of close out, Hasley's again getting to the rim and making plays.
1:28 left to go. Skyridge to inbound over on the far side. It's Gagan who will play it in.
It's like a speedy lineup here for the Knights, trying to cause a turnover here.
Housley on the wing. Kramer guarding. Housley to Larson. Out to Gentry. Mitchell swings it over to Housley. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Larson out to Gentry. 4-3. And he can't get it to go. Rebounded by Haskett. Staley now near the top of the key. Comes off his tippy toes. And Kramer now kicks it out to Mitchell. Haskett, 4-3. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Kohler. And he's going to be fouled.
The fourth team foul here for the Knights. Still one more to force it into the bonus.
It is Davis Fains on the baseline to inbound. He'll play it to Housley. Kramer comes across. Larson now pushes it up. Larson still in possession. He's going to be double teamed, and it's going to be a violation.
Yeah, backcourt violation. Great job by Lone Peak Knight. Not committed to a complete press, but playing aggressively enough. Able to get Larson off his groove and get the ball back here.
Seth Askett doing a fantastic job. Substitutions as Jackson Taylor checks back in. 35.8 left to go. Ike Staley for Lone Peak. Staley looking for options. Takes it to the corner, up the baseline underneath to Jackson. Mitchell. Kramer for three. Can't get it to go off the rim. And Kohler brings it in and a foul called.
Another foul on Taylor. 15 foul there will send Kohler to the line.
Big free throws coming up for Jordan Kohler. 19.6 left on the clock. If Jordan Kohler hits both, that should just about do it for Skyridge. Big free throws coming up here for Kohler. First free throw is up, and it's good. Second free throw coming up for Jordan Kohler.
Kohler with an opportunity to put this game in the refrigerator.
And he's good. 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. And Skyridge is going to walk out of here with a big region win on senior night against their rivals. The I believe that we will win chant at full effect here. Huge three-point shot from Kramer.
Clock didn't stop after the basket, which only happens in the NBA as it keeps rolling here. Lone Peak ready to defend the inbound.
Frayens to inbound. Larson can't escape, and he's going to be fouled. Now Larson will head to the line for some free throws. .8 left to go on that clock. It is 49-54. Skyridge leads it. Free throws up. Free throw is good. And again, it looks like Larson's going to put this game away. Second free throw is up. It is good. 56-49. 6.8 left. Skyridge bringing off there.
Skyridge about to only roll out 4 players for the last play.
Kramer with a deep three, no good, and that'll do it. The Skyridge Falcons on senior night get a huge region win against the Lone Peak Knights. Nate, talk to us about the resiliency and the comeback from this Skyridge team.
Yeah, great job there by Skyridge, able to tie it up with the Lone Peak Knights, both sitting at 4-3 in region play after this game. Love to be able to see the hustle by Kohler all night, get to the rim, making shots, making life tough for Burgess on the other end.
Player of the game, I think we got to give it, or actually no, it's a good competition between Larson and Kohler. Who do you got?
Probably still go with Kohler in this game. Larson did definitely as well had moments that helped change the tide as they trailed for the majority of the first half.
And so that's going to do it for us here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, presented by Heidemann Associates. From Alex Napolis, from Nate Carter, we got Doug on the camera, and from the for watching. Final score here at Skyridge High School.